So the For Glory podcast. This is the first episode, and we got Konrock Productions. All right.
Hey,
So here's a little clip of what Condis is about. Okay, so what do you think about For Honor as a whole for like the past 4 or 5 years it's been out? Do you think it's in a good state right now, or do you think it's gotten progressively worse over the years? What's your thoughts on that?
I think it's in a good state. Like, with Griffin, what they did with Griffin when they came out, super aggressive. I think if they actually brought all the heroes to that level, I don't think it would be that big of an issue. But of just slowly adding heroes and slowly working on them to where like you have this one absolutely aggressive hero that can dominate everybody, it's just not fun because then you can't play your main.
Yeah, and that's on you mostly play on PC, right?
Yes.
Yeah, on console. Yeah, it's a
Yep.
lot worse, but
Oh yeah.
but I think like if they would have done something different with Griffin, I feel like if they just nerfed his stamina, he would have been balanced pretty well. Because I mean,
Yes.
he did have a lot of like a lot of mix up potential on everything he did, and he could feint basically everything to a neutral bash.
hmm
But if you took it to where his stamina cost so much to do that, then he couldn't attack. He just couldn't do
Yes.
these constant infinite chains of mix ups and bashes. But they
Exactly.
went with the dash forward into a bash, and if you miss it, you're punished out the yin yang.
Yep.
Do you think that's a good nerf to him to have the free punishment for missing the bash?
I think so because it was really lame. Like you couldn't do anything. And a lot of guys, sometimes if they missed bash, they wouldn't attack. They wouldn't throw that light. It was just kind of the lower tier players that would just bash, throw a light attack, and usually you can parry that light attack. But really, I would like to see. I did not like his forward dash attacks going straight into kicks. I think that I wanted to see those gone. I didn't like how you can just forward dash light kick, forward dash heavy kick. Forward dash heavy, I think they could have left that one because the forward dash heavy is a little bit more readable. But it's I wanted that gone because that's just ridiculous.
Yeah, because I mean, after he lands like a base attack, you have to watch out for one of three options. You either get the kick, you get the fast light that also tracks your dash, or you get a heavy, which you could put a little bit of a delay on, and it tracks dashes. So you'd catch people
hmm
dashing, and you'd hit them. But
Yep.
I mean, I
Yeah,
feel
but
like
for Honor as a whole. No, go ahead.
I feel like they bring in characters to up the previous character. They'll have one character and they're like, well, all right, what could we put in that would just destroy that character? Oh, let's do
That's
that.
it.
Okay, now let's go and destroy that character. All right, let's do that. But all the characters down here, they don't even come close to that guy. Like
Yeah,
Griffin just,
exactly.
I'd say the only other character in the front roster that was at the same tier as Griffin is probably Blackbriar.
Yeah. Nope, I agree.
Yeah.
Black Pryor's up there. And I feel like Valkyrie's pretty good though too. She's been in great place this whole time. I don't think they've really had to do
I don't
much with
see too
her.
many on console. There's like not hardly any on console.
Yeah. But I mean like her lights are super quick. I mean she could keep up with about anybody. Could interrupt, she's got great mix ups. It's but like when you're playing Warden or Aramusha, or Warden now, he's definitely better because of his freaking obnoxious orange going on. Hey, you gotta get out of here. Go. All right, fine, come here. So, where was I? I think if they just brought a lot of heroes up to the Griffin's playstyle, I think it would be great because if all heroes are aggressive, there's not an issue. But when you have those people who just solely depend on parries or Um, but but hey, okay, that's enough. We'll just try that out. Hey, go, please go. Hey, stop. Okay, so I'm sorry. Back to
That's
where
all
we
good.
were. So even for instance, Lawbringer, Lawbringer still needs a lot of love. Um, who else is on that roster? I can't even think of.
Orochi still isn't that good. Not
Yeah,
really.
Orochi's not even that good. I mean, it's like he's got nothing but lights,
Yep.
and it's ridiculous.
Just back the chair up. Nothing to see here.
So, but they just need to bring everybody up. It's like stop. It's like okay, cool. You're coming out with the great heroes, but start at the lowest tiered heroes. Bring them up. Stop reworking good heroes.
Yeah, exactly. But
Hmm.
I feel like when they do buff characters, they kind of buff them too hard, and then they'll bring out
Yes.
the other characters. I feel like their balancing for characters is not good. I feel like they do
Yeah.
more based off themselves and testing for developers rather than going off what the community wants for certain
Hmm.
things. But also how
Yes.
they balance stuff is legit just PC for 4v4. They don't account the Xbox or the PS4 into how
Yeah.
they balance characters or how they make characters. So it's legit 4v4 on PC.
Yeah. No, I can see that. I think I would agree with that.
Yeah. But I feel like if I mean it would take them a longer time and do more work, but to have a patch that comes out for PC players to adjust for the PC meta, and then you have to have a different one for Xbox. So it's basically the same thing, but it's not. So a certain move slow
Right.
down on PC is a different move slow down on Xbox. I mean, just accounts, and
Hmm.
it's basically the same thing because you have a lot more frames on PC than you do on Xbox, unless you have a
Right. Well,
Series X.
yeah. I was gonna say, do you have the new gen
Yeah, I got a Series
at
X.
all? Okay. How do you compare the Series X to PC?
I mean, my PC's a piece of crap, so I can play better and parry lights better on my console than I can on PC.
Gotcha. Okay.
I think it's just
Yeah,
because my
because
old computer.
so far what I've been hearing is that definitely new gen is a lot more comparable to PC. The smoothness, the reaction times, and everything else. Where I can't go back to console. I can't go back to regular Xbox. And hey, Genevieve, we're talking. We're talking. Okay, go, baby, go, go, please. Yes. Okay, here you go. Thank you, babe. Bye bye. Bye bye. My wife's supposed to be watching them, but that's not happening. So
It's all good.
I told her about this like the day of. Um, but yeah, I can't go back to console because it's just a light spam fest. You
Yep.
can barely react to things. It's ridiculous. Where PC is definitely more read based, a little bit more reactable, and it's just more enjoyable in my opinion.
Yeah, console before the 60 frames and everything, it was you would just have to guess everything. Everything is a
Yep.
guess. You cannot see it
Yep.
unless you have insane reaction time. But
Mhm.
everything would pretty much be a guess. You're like, okay, he's done this certain amount of moves. He's going to throw it to this side. He's going to throw it to that side.
Exactly.
But yeah, I feel like if they just had different speeds for the different platforms, it'd make it neutral at least. But that's
Yeah.
more work, and I don't feel like they would do into the
Oh
more
yeah, they
work.
wouldn't do that.
All right, so why do you still play For Honor?
I do it just it's a love-hate relationship, you know. There's no other game like it. And it's really hard to leave something like that because it's just the customizations there, the hardness of the game style, just the learning curve, the steep learning curve for the game. And it's like you want to get better. There's just like this deep craving. You're just like, well, I need to get better at it. And so and then you just have the complete variety. What, there's like 26 heroes now on the roster,
I think there's more
and
than that.
so
There's like
is there?
28, 30 some.
Oh wow, yeah. There's a lot of people on the roster, and it's just and I love the constant content they keep producing. It's like, okay, yeah, it's not the best. You got the musical instruments, which that is getting extremely old. But
Yeah, they just keep
you
adding new
got
ones.
yeah, it's like just leave it at that. We got the same. You got now you have Horcos and Chimera uh, instruments. You know, it's just like, why did you have to do two of each? You did not have to do that. So we've got, I think, probably more musical emotes than we do regular emotes.
Right?
And
Yeah, I'd say so.
yeah, so but it's just the battle, even just the battle outfits. There's no other game that really produces the new content like For Honor does. It's like
Yeah.
you got Call of Duty, but that they produce a game every year,
Well, yeah. I
and
mean, they have
so yeah,
constant updates and stuff, and they have the player
hmm
base for it.
exactly. So For Honor to be doing what they're doing, I definitely do appreciate. And so really, all they're making money off of now is just microtransactions.
Yep.
Like no one else is buying the game anymore, so they've just got their standard player base that have been here for a couple years. I know there's been a lot of new people, but even still, they don't really appreciate For Honor like we do since we started at day one.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I think that's the new content really keeps me in the game. That's what makes me keep producing it. And it's like I've got a really large fan base that just loves For Honor, and every time I try to branch out of For Honor, the views go straight down. So,
I feel like that's with every For Honor content creator, because if you look
yes.
like even back in the day when For Honor was booming, you had like Spliced. So you've
Mm-hmm.
got him, and he would go and he would do a new game. I would notice this. He would try a new game. He'd get
Yep.
thousands of views on For Honor. He'd switch games and get nothing, and he'd quit.
Yep.
He would stop doing the series and just go with it. But I feel like with us being solely For Honor content creators, because that's what we get the most views on, I feel like
Mm-hmm.
how do we get there as, getting those views? We posted religiously on that
Yep.
constantly, and just with the overflow of content with For Honor, you got the viewers. So I feel like if
Mm-hmm.
we did that with another series, we could easily go and get another series. It's just what works
Yes.
right now for us as content creators. That's what I feel like
Exactly. Because
anyway.
no, and that's what I was gonna say. It all works with the YouTube algorithm, where it's like like you said, we're flooding the channels with our videos, or that's how I kind of grew. Was I just spammed Rep 70 Warden,
Yep.
and like that I just spammed it, and so finally I got recognized, and then I was able to branch from there with For Honor still. But it's like once you create a different game, then your algorithm just goes straight down to the bottom of the list for that game,
Yep.
and then you have to work yourself up for that bracket. So it's just that's the difficulties for sure.
So do you post more on business side or do you post more for fun?
Both. I think it's definitely leaning more towards business now because of just life is absolutely chaotic. I've worked 50 plus hours a week, and then I've got two
Damn.
kids, as you can see, and then we actually have one on the way. So we got
Oh,
three.
congrats.
Yeah, thank you. So we got three kids, and then I'm getting a promotion at my job. I'm going to become a manager now. So I'm like, oh, that's just great. I only have like 2 or 3 days out of the week that I can play For Honor, like 2 days on each, or 2 hours for each day. So I don't have a lot of playing time. So it's like that's what keeps me playing For Honor 2 is just because my time is so limited
Yeah.
that
Just go with
I only
what's
have enough
working.
time. Yeah, I only have enough time to produce videos and edit for one game. I can't just keep branching out all the time.
I got you. I say that's a
Hmm
hectic schedule. I couldn't do
Yes,
that.
it's really stressful. That's for sure.
I bet. Yeah, I'd say For Honor though for me over the years, like nothing beats the season one because I feel like everyone was into the faction war and it was all about samurais, Vikings, knights. Let's have faction versus faction. And then after
Yep.
Centurion got added, it's like, all right, the honor in the game is gone. Screw that. Gank
Yeah.
that piece of crap. Gank him.
Yes. Yeah. For year one, For Honor was definitely the best because everybody was bad. There was not one good person. No one knew the game. And so it was just everyone was just throwing raw heavies. You got a parry attack on accident. You still threw a light attack.
Yep.
Like no one knew the punishments. No one knew the animations. It's a hack and slash game. That's all it was. So, um, and to it from where it is now, it's 100% different.
True that. I used to call Kensei Kenshi.
Oh, can she?
Yeah. So if you watch like my one of my very first videos, I think it's like
hmm
the day it came out. I was like yeah, I love this Kenshi dude. I'm like, it's just looking back, and it's just straight cringe.
That's awesome.
But I do get burnt
Yeah.
out on the game at times. Like I'll do like
hmm
the grinding to rep 70 in like under a month. That
Yep.
kills me because I'm
Dude.
playing for 20 hours a day and then sleeping 4 and then doing it for the entire month, and it kills
Dude,
me.
that is wild. I can't do that. I could not do that.
It sucks. It sucks. You like with Warmonger when I was grinding Warmonger, I could hear her when I closed my eyes. Just die.
Sit your sleep. It's awesome. Oh man.
But
Yeah, I'm actually at a state right now where I am burnt out with For Honor. It's just sometimes you just can't have fun, you know. It's like you just want to play a game, you just want to come home from a long stressful day, come home and just play. But no, you come across some just try hards,
sweaty
you know, and
conk.
you're just yeah,
Sweaty conk.
freaking playing complete optimally, you know, and you're just like, I don't want to do this. I just want to swing my sword and kill people. And
What I do in Beeline, I'm gonna
even
do
in
everywhere.
yeah, and so it's like, it's hard sometimes. It's definitely not a game you can just enjoy like Battlefield. You know, it's like you could come home from the longest day and you can play Battlefield and just look stuff up, and it's not that crazy, you know, or at least like it's just not competitive on those terms.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see. All right, so the For Honor versus Cancer event, that I was actually gone and playing like Call of Duty for like 5-6 months, and I come back and
Oh,
that
really?
that was all over like the title screen. I was like, what is this? That was you? That was your event that you
Hmm.
made?
Yeah,
So
it
can you
was
tell me about it?
mine. Yeah, so my nephew, he was diagnosed with leukemia at the age of 4, and then he ended up beating it, but then he was on remission, of course. You know, you can still always get cancer. So
Yeah.
it was, he was just turned 7. They were like, hey, you know, we just want to come in for tests. Like they kind of noticed like he was acting a little off, and then it was just the worst. You know, it's like, yep, here it is. It's back. And so and it was back with a vengeance. And so they were just like, well, we need to get on this right away. And so I felt helpless because my brother's in Tennessee, and so that's where my nephew, that's where my nephew is, and I'm like, I'm all the way in Alaska. There's nothing I can do. So I'm like, you know what? Let's just host a little stream, raise a couple $100, and I'll send it to him. Because my brother got because of COVID, he got laid off, and he was a police officer, and especially with the whole all that other jazz too. But and my sister-in-law, she was a stay-at-home mom, so it was actually kind of a blessing because then they're actually able to take turns in the hospital because of COVID. Couldn't have more than one person in the room,
Yeah.
and so um, they've got 4 kids. So one would stay home with the 3 kids, and then the other one would stay at the hospital with Everett. And I was like, man, I just feel so helpless. So I was like, oh, I'll just do a little stream, raise a couple $100, and have all my subscribers, so and we'll do it. All of a sudden, For Honor contacted me that next morning, and it was like, hey, we really appreciate what you're doing, and we wanna help you out by sponsoring the stream. I'm like, are you for real? So they did it. They plastered it up on the main screen of the game for what I think the 2 weeks before the stream, and then yeah, it was a huge hit. They announced it on their Twitter. We had over 300, 400 people at one time, but I think the stream views when we were done got over like 8,000.
That's awesome.
8,000 views in just like 2.5 hours, 3 hours. And the stream's still on my channel, so if you guys want to check it out, feel free to do so. It was really good. We ended up raising over $11,000 on the stream, and that was way more than I ever expected. That's a blessing for sure. So I was expecting maybe like $300, $400, but it was nuts.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
So, what's the current status on him?
So he is cancer free. He got the
Nice.
bone marrow transplant. Yeah. So, but with the bone marrow transplant, it puts a lot on your body. His DNA is completely altered now because of his the bone marrow donor. So his DNA is her DNA now, and it's even really weird. He was bleach blonde, and now it's coming in like brown, and so he most likely won't be able to have kids. Um, And right now he's actually diagnosed with like 4 diseases because of the transplant. And so he's fighting that. He's taking over like 20 medications a day just to fight those diseases. So it's you move from one evil to a few others, and it's just he's really pushing through. He it was really hard last week, or just like 2 weeks ago. He's just like, I'm done. It's like I'm done. Little 7-year-old saying that, you're just like, oh, gosh dang, like what can you even do, you know?
No.
Should it be pleasing? So, but yeah, but he's doing good. He's pushed through, and then my brother just got a job.
Nice.
So yeah, so now it's just everything's going up now.
I'm glad to hear that, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you. So yeah, and I was really shocked for Honor to put all that cancer emblem on the new armors they came out with. I was not expecting
Yeah,
that.
dude, like the emblem that was
Hmm.
made or whatever. I still see people today rocking that emblem, like in
That's
games and
awesome.
stuff. So even on Xbox on console, you still got everybody rocking the emblem.
That's awesome.
Made a movement.
Yeah.
All right, so where did you get your name? Like your YouTube name? How'd you come up with that?
All right. So my dad actually worked for, or my grandpa, he worked for a metal industry called Konrock, and but it was with a C. And then my brothers, they made a masonry business, and they named it Konrock Masonry with a K. And so I'm like, you know what? I'm going to continue that, and I'll do Konrock Productions and turn it into production business. So that's what I did.
Story to everything.
Yep.
Mine is funny. So, have you ever watched the TV show Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know
I've seen that
Angel,
when I was a kid.
Angel in there,
Yeah.
the Angelus.
No.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
So I get I got it from that, and also my family's really religious too. So like my mom's side of the family is
Hmm.
Baptist, my dad's side of the family is Catholic. So my name's
Oh,
Michael.
nice.
So Michael the
Yep.
Archangel.
Nice. Very nice.
Yep. You're
That's
really
awesome.
religious yourself, aren't you?
Yes. Yeah, I'd say I have a really strong relationship with God.
Are
So
you
that's how I see it.
Baptist, Methodist?
I guess along the lines more of uh non-denominational Christian.
Got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine's
Yeah.
weird
So.
because like my family's split.
Oh yeah, dude, I couldn't even imagine. Like I've met some friends that they were like completely disconnected like that, and I don't know how they made it work. Like this.
Oh, was
But
that
I
on
can you
yours?
hear that?
I thought that
Yeah,
was
can you hear all
downstairs.
that?
My sister brought her twins over, so her twins are
Oh,
downstairs.
gotcha. Yeah, no, my kid just started running outside. My wife's trying to juggle the two.
Yeah, I don't plan on having kids till I'm like 30.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so 6
I was
years or so.
yeah, yep, yeah. No, they're fun. They are fun. It's just it is a little difficult at times. That's for sure.
Yeah, I want to have like one, one, and
Yeah,
I'm good. Couldn't
yep.
imagine.
Sometimes you would want two. You want two because when you have one, they depend on you for their entertainment. And so it's
Ah,
like you're like, oh no, you need a friend. You're like when you just want to relax and just relax and chill, then nope, they're on you, jumping on you. You're like, oh my gosh, you need a friend. You need you need somebody else in your life.
smart. I'll remember that when
Yeah.
I turn 30.
Yeah.
All right, so where do you see your channel growing within the next couple years? Are you going to still do For Honor, or are you going to get to that point where you're just going to just straight up ditch it and then go to something else? Like, what's your business plan for your YouTube channel and everything else?
Um, I don't want to ditch For Honor. I know all games come to an end. Um, where I don't know how For Honor is going to be because they're treating it like as if it's Rainbow Six. They're just constantly adding on to the game, keeping it alive. Um, there's no plans, at least from what I've heard, that there's going to be a For Honor 2. I wouldn't want to just drop For Honor because unless if it's we moved on. Like I was a big Battlefield fan, biggest Battlefield fan. That's all I've ever played, and so I ended up dropping it. One, it's because it just wasn't getting the views I wanted, but I just didn't like the direction Battlefield was going. So yeah, For Honor wasn't it was going the direction I wasn't liking, then yeah, I'd probably drop For Honor. But I've definitely wanted to reach out into other games, Modern Warfare, Apex Legends. Enjoy them. They're just fun games just to sit back and play. And then with the new Battlefield coming out, I'm definitely going to hop on that train. And but I do want to just broaden my channel, and that's the hard part with having a small YouTube channel is because like what we were saying, it's like you come out with new content, bam, just gets thrown at the bottom of the algorithm. So you have to really work at that, but I don't think you can do that yet unless if you're like 100,000 views. It's like I even seen Havoc do it when he was under 100,000 views, come out with a different game. That game would only get like 500 to 1,000 views, even at like 80,000 subs. And so, but now that he's over that, he posts a different game. That game will at least get over 10,000 views in just a couple days.
Yeah, because they're there for him rather than the content.
Exactly. And it's just like now that he's YouTube verified, I don't know if that helps your algorithm too. It kind of puts you up above everybody else.
I feel like what comes down to with the YouTube like algorithm and everything is marketing. If you published, say, 2 videos a day constantly every single day, and then you're on Instagram posting stories and posting stories and posts, then you're on Discord posting nonstop, you got an active Discord, then you're on Twitter posting, you're on Facebook posting, you're on Reddit posting, and you just keep a constant flow, so it's just always you everywhere. So you've got all this traffic coming in. I mean, I would like to do that, but I don't got the time to do that. But I feel like,
well, you got 20 hours a day to grind.
Well, that
to
was
rep 70.
I planned that, so I knew that was coming. So I made sure I had time for that.
True.
But like with me trying to play like Resident Evil right now and Werewolf and Hitman plus For Honor all at the same time, it's like a whole bunch of series at the same time.
Yes, for sure.
Plus all the number 1 videos I do. I mean,
yeah.
Whenever I get burned out myself from playing, I'll have number 1 versus number 1, so number 1 Peacekeeper, number 1 Nabushi, put them together, see who wins.
Yeah.
I go based off the actual leaderboard. Like some people don't like how I do that because just because they're number 1 doesn't mean they're good. They're just rank 1. Like you have like
they just play Raptor. A lot.
Like that dude was the best person on console. Like period. That Raptor guy like back in the day. But I mean, some people they can't win a match. Like right now, with the number 1 series I'm currently doing right now, the Hulk, which is the number 1 Shigoki, he's only lost 1 match out of like 11 matches with Shigoki. Wow. He's just dominated them all. His only loss is to Warlord. So Shigoki matches up with everything, and Shigoki's dominating on console. But Lawbringer doesn't have a win, and like 9 losses, 0 and 9. It's like. I mean, it's the character, because, I mean, he's good, but it's just the character versus all the other characters.
Yeah.
Just not balanced.
Nope, not at all.
But yeah, you play Warden, so you good.
Yes. Yeah, I'm good now. I still don't like his rework, though.
I don't like how they don't have the dash backward bash. Like, why?
Yeah, that really saved me a lot from a lot of heroes, that backwards bash. But now, I don't know, it's kind of saved me a little bit because I play more cautiously. Because where, you used to rely on that a bit, you're just like, oh, okay, bam, backwards shoulder bash, but I don't mind it too much. I just don't like the freaking unblockables on all sides after the first hit. Like, I feel like I'm spamming unblockables all the time. And it's just obnoxious. I'm like, I don't want to. I just like put hyper armor on those side heavies, if anything.
Well, that's the direction that For Honor is going, and unblockables and bashes. So they want that. It used to be like hyper armor. It goes through different metas like throughout the years. Like the first year was what, Turtle? Turtle was like the meta. And then it went to light spam to where you couldn't see to Turtle. And then went to the bashes, and now we're in this unblockable bash.
Unblockable bash, and new bash from neutral. Yep. I'm still kind of surprised that they left a lot of things in the game, like Tiondi's bash from neutral. It's just annoying. Like it's really annoying, but it's definitely not as bad as Griffin's. But I
mean, because the attacks come from the same side, they go up top.
Exactly, and then Kensei's, Kensei side dodge, delayed side dodge, and who else? someone else has one.
Doesn't
I
Jang
think
Jun
someone else has.
have one?
Yeah, I think so. And so, but it's like they'll take out certain certain move sets or abilities and for one hero, but leave it on these other heroes. It's like, well, that move is a problem. If you're saying that move is a problem, then you just need to go across the board. Now, I feel like that would balance it out. Because I didn't mind Griffin's delayed side dodge attack. It wasn't that bad. I actually have a harder problem with the one now
Yeah, the
because it's
standard
just so
one.
quick. Yeah, it's just so fast. And so it's like if you throw a light, if he delayed it, and if I threw a light, I was actually able to recover, rather than now if I throw a light, he's gonna hit me guaranteed.
Yep.
So
I don't know what the some
are you okay there?
yeah, I brought a tear to my eye. So, do you think For Honor's going to continue in the same path with just constantly coming out with scummier game styles?
I hope not. I certainly hope not, but we'll see. They kind of with Hitokiri's testing grounds, I was not expecting that. She had a little side dodge attack, which was cool. That was a nice implement. Um, but no, I'm really excited for the new reworks to come out, and hopefully to see that will improve and balance things on the battlefield.
How do you feel about option selects and bash selects and guard break selects?
Mm.
You've got all three of them.
Yeah. So I still, even though I've been playing this game since day one, I still don't get what guard break option selects are. So, but I've seen it happen, but I just don't understand the point of it. Like I don't.
It's hard to do. I mean, it's not an easy thing to
Yeah.
do, but still, I
Mhm.
mean, it's annoying because if you got a person who's a master at option select, bash select, and guard break select, like if
Mhm.
you were Griffin, like the
Yeah.
pre rework Griffin with the neutral bash, you can bash select everything. So you just hit back and
Yeah.
X on the controller, and if they let the attack go, it's parried. And if they feint it, you bash them. Or you could do
Oh wow.
the zone option select and zone parry like that, or you could do the guard break option
Yep.
select, so you can guard break them as soon as the feint animation goes through. So you
That's
have like
crazy.
three different variations of mix up from a select.
That is weird. That's yeah. With option selects, I don't know. It can definitely ruin the game because I mean that's all you're expecting now when you throw in a block roll because everyone's just
Yep.
throwing option selects. So it's not that hard now because it's easy to bait out. Everyone's doing it, but I definitely feel like since that's the safest move in the game, it's no longer like really. I didn't even know it was like in the at the end of year two. I finally found out what like option select was, or like year three. I didn't even know, dude. I am hearing everybody talking about it. I'm like, what is this? Like, oh, you just zone, zone on parry timing. And I'm like, wow, okay. And that, of course, changed everything for me a little bit. I got a little bit better at the game, but because either I was always trying to heavy on reaction or just light them out of it. So, but yeah, I think it needs to be. I don't know if it can be nerfed in a way. I'm just thinking that if
I don't know. Because
yeah
I think the only character that really cannot option select is Nushia. Nushia,
yeah Nusha and Raider.
yeah. Well, Raiders is just terrible. Oh,
Yeah.
and Highlander. Don't forget Highlander's
Oh
option
yes,
select. Man, that
Highlander.
thing's
Yeah.
dookie.
Yep. But yeah, so we'll see. I don't know. I mean, it's with the option selects, like because Warden Zone, if he throws his own, that's half his stamina for only 12 damage. Like that's not really worth it because then like if he just gets hit a few more times or throws two more heavies, he's completely out of stamina. Um, but where other heroes, like Berserker, he can cause a good amount of damage with his zone, and it doesn't cost him that much. I think it costs maybe a third of his stamina for his zone. So and then he can just continue chaining on. So I don't know. It's a sensitive subject, I know, for option selects.
I mean, I option select a lot. Like with Griffin, I did the bash select and the option select. I didn't do guard break select at all because that's scummy.
Hmm.
But I mean, bash
Yeah.
select, I mean, it's pretty scummy too. But the zone option select, I mean, I feel like Kind of everybody does that.
Yeah, I think the zone option select is definitely the lesser of the three evils.
Yeah.
It's more readable, or it's more reactable, and it's not like it's guaranteed. How a guard break punish or option select would be.
There's only one character in the roster that can counter it completely.
Really,
Blackbriar.
I was gonna say.
Bulwark. Bulwark
Yep.
anything. Because if like Gladiator does his option select, you can bulwark it.
Hmm.
Griffin
Yep.
does the bash select, bulwark it. I mean,
Yep.
you can bulwark anything. I think Blackbriar is super strong. And
Yeah.
if you get one that's like an elite Blackbriar that knows what he's doing,
Hmm.
I'd rather face a
Yeah. I
good
don't. I
Konrock.
don't. I think Blackbriar. I love Blackbriar, but he needs. I think this the thing that they need to fix on him is I don't like the dodge forward and then, or the dodge into bash. Like how it takes that long. It's like it needs to be instant. Like it just needs to be forward bash, not like that delayed process. How it's like they'll, especially when you're out of stamina. They'll dodge forward and then you don't want to dodge because it's like, okay, well they're gonna bash or guard break. So I think that if they just eliminated that, I'd be completely fine with Blackbriar.
I think he's well rounded because you can't attack him.
Yeah.
He's good at defending and he's good at attacking.
Hmm.
So if you attack, you're
Yeah.
getting punished. If you turtle, you're getting
Yep.
punished.
Exactly.
He has a good option select. He's unblockable
Yep.
option select. He's pretty fast. He's got the bulwark. He's got
Hmm.
crushing counters. He's got neutral unblockables. I mean, he's pretty much got
Right.
everything. He's got the bash.
Yeah.
The only thing he doesn't
Yep.
have is what he has a hyper armored heavy, don't he? Top one,
No, just undodgeable.
undodgeable. Okay,
Just undodgeables.
yeah, but super strong. All right, any topics you want to discuss?
Hmm. Well, where do you see yourself in the next couple years with YouTube?
Okay, so with For Honor, I don't know if I'm going to be playing it religiously as like the sole
Hmm.
content. I feel like I'm going to do the marketing thing where you push the content out a lot. So I'm going
Yeah.
to quit my job within the next year. I'm going to open up
Wow.
two businesses where I live at, so I'm getting a flow of cash
Hmm.
as I'm doing YouTube. So YouTube is going to be like my main job, and those two other businesses are going to be like the side flow of cash. But
Nice.
for content wise, I want to just drive just a lot of videos, and the goal is to hit 60,000 subscribers by the end of this year and
Nice.
100 and something by the end of next year. But I just want to get to the point where I don't have to worry about going and waking up and having to go to my job at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, Monday through
Yep.
Friday,
Oh yeah.
because that sucks.
No.
I couldn't imagine
I
doing
feel
your
you.
hours. Your hours is crazy.
Yeah. And it's like it sucks when you have kids because it's I love waking up with them and then having that time with them in the morning. It's like I wake up, everyone's sleeping, I leave for work, I come home, um, and then I maybe have like 2 or 3 hours with them, and then it's down for bed. So I don't have that much time with them, so it sucks. It's like I wish YouTube could be my thing and streaming could be my thing because then it's like I can work whenever.
Yeah.
It's like I can spend the 3 hours with them in the morning, have coffee, and watch a little cartoon show with them, and then work. But rather than babysitting other people at work.
Do you feel like if you just didn't upload for the time you have and just save just like a nice variety of videos, so you got like 10 videos that just pop out, they're edited, recorded, put on YouTube, and they're just not posted yet? Do you feel like keeping like just a whole bunch and then just popping them, so you've got videos just constantly coming out as you're recording new ones? You have all these videos are on YouTube as like privates or whatever,
Yep.
just popping out, so it looks like you're very active.
Hmm.
So it's just a way to drive it. Do you think
Yep.
you would post a lot if you could, like doing that? Or
Yeah,
would you
if I was
want
if I was a stay at home dad or whatever, I would definitely post a video every day and then stream like 2 hours for the day. I think that would be a good schedule because really, I mean, the biggest part is the editing. The editing is what just kills the time. I can play 6 duels, 8 duels, and get good footage and make a video out of that. And that only takes what, maybe 45 minutes, an hour. And then it's like if I was going to break that down, turning into montage, like I've had some montages take me like 18 total hours
Yeah.
to make. And but that's why it's like, it's like, okay, a simple duels video won't be bad. Because you just slap them together, that will probably take 20-30 minutes max. And but yeah, no, and especially like highlights from the stream, I think that is a great way to go too. Great easy stuff, but it's like you don't want to become too easy. You don't want to just be like go the easy route. You want to be entertaining. You want to do stuff that no one else is doing.
Yeah.
And
Having your own
that
niche,
really what makes,
your own
yeah, and that's what
uniqueness
makes a
too.
content creator. Yeah. So
Yeah.
otherwise, because I mean, anybody just posts duels. I mean, that's what everybody does.
Yeah, true. I mean, I don't post a whole lot of duels. My main thing is the number one series. Like
Yeah.
that's been
But
my
those are
thing
duels.
for that's my thing for years.
Yeah, no, that's how I remember you. I remember watching you in season 1 with all the number ones.
So it's funny how that started. So I never planned on doing anything number one at all. I was in this Xbox For Honor group, season one, and
Hmm.
this guy on there named Big John Blaze, he was posting, "Hey, I'm the number one ranked Nabushi in the world. I'm on this tracker." So I checked it, and he was number one, and I was like, "That's pretty cool. I want to play with him. I'll see how I do." So I messaged him and said,
Yeah.
"Hey, can I duel you and see how good I am? I want to test myself." And he said, "No, I'm too good to play with you." And I was like, "What?" So I was like, I just want to see how
Wow.
good I am. And he went, "No, I'm too
Yeah.
good to play with you." And then my friend, which was Stone Lemur at the time, he was, I
Hmm.
think, the number one ranked Shigoki in the world. So I was like, "Hey, my friend should number one Shigoki. We can have you all face." He's like, "No, I'm too good to play with him too." I'm like, "What is this?" So then I'm like, "Okay." All right, so me and my friend made fake accounts. So we had two fake
Mhm.
accounts, and we came up to him and we're like, "Hey, we're brand new to the game. We want to see how good we are." He went, "I'm too good to teach y'all how to play For Honor." We were like, "What is this dude?" And he'd never heard my voice before. So I got into a
Yeah.
party with him on my fake account, and I was like, "Come on, let's do a game." And he's like, "The only way I'm going to play with you is if you queue up and you happen to get in a game with me." So it was me and my friend versus Big
Mhm.
John Blaze and his friend, and we queued up at the same time, and we ended up
Yeah.
getting in the same game with him. And
Nice.
then, so I was recording all this, and we're beating the crap out of him. Like, he's just
That's awesome.
heavies. He never fainted, throwing raw heavies. Everything's just a heavy. And we ended up beating him. And at the end of it, I was like, "Oh, by the way, this is Angelus and Stone Lemur." And we're like, "Peace out." But I recorded it, posted that to my channel.
Exposed.
Yeah, I posted it as a video facing the number one ranked Nabushi on console or on Xbox.
Yeah.
And it got like 14,000 views in like a day. And all my views before that
That's
was like
awesome.
50 views, 20 views. And I
Yeah.
was like, "What?"
Okay.
And
Might
then
be
my
onto
friend
something
Stone
here.
was like, "Just keep posting. Let's just keep facing the number ones." And then that started it. And every single video I posted after that was like, it went from 50 views every day to 14,000, 20,000, 50,000, 60,000.
That's
And then we're at
awesome.
where we are today with the low views.
Yeah. That's awesome, though.
Yeah, that's the story of the number one series.
That's cool. That's really cool.
Yeah, but I post it now and it's like 5,000 views, 10,000 views. I used to post number one videos and they'd be like 600,000 views. I even had one hit a million.
Really?
Yep.
Holy, are you serious?
Yeah, it was me versus number one Shinobi. It was
Oh my gosh.
it was a while ago. It was like back in year one, I think. But
Really?
yeah, that
That's
gained a
crazy.
lot of attraction. Dangerous
That's
them a
awesome,
couple
man.
times. Yeah, out of stam attack.
Yes. Oh yeah.
I
Can't
remember.
do that anymore.
Nah, I do it to
Everyone's
everybody.
expecting it now.
Dangerous. I always expect it whenever I see someone out stam, and I'm like, I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting. You ain't hitting me with my
Yep.
own move.
Yep.
I remember when I went to Splice. Like this was back when I challenged the PC community and went up to Splice,
Hmm.
and I was like I bet you I could beat you with my Xbox Gladiator mix-ups. He's like console mix-ups don't work on PC. I was like, "You want to bet?" And I dangerous Splice, hit him with the out of stam heavy, hit him with a couple
That's
Xbox
awesome.
mix-ups, and then option select zone spammed the hell out of him.
Oh no.
My most disliked videos on YouTube are me
I know
versus
that one's it.
True Talent and Splice because of how I
Yes.
played. Super safe because I knew dang well that those matches I had against them were probably the last time I'd ever play them. So
Yeah.
I mean, I beat him and True Talent, but I played very scummy.
Yeah. Yeah. You played. Yeah, that wasn't
I
good.
played to
I
win.
remember seeing the Gladiator one.
Play to win.
Yep. That's hilarious.
So what's your highlight on YouTube? What's your like biggest thing that you've had video wise?
Um, definitely. I don't know. Let me see here, because it was the For Honor versus Cancer blew up,
Mm-hmm.
even on YouTube. But for my uploads, my Warden guide, that blew up. Oh wow, it actually just reached 100,000 views. Did not
Nice.
realize that. But also the one I did not expect to take off, and it like blew up overnight and hit like 50,000, or it was like 45,000 views overnight. And it said spamming Warden says just dodge, and it was in ranked, and like that's all he did was shoulder bash spam, and so it was like, but it's not. I hate when people say that. It's like, oh, just dodge. It's like, well, Warden's got during that time. I think that was like when he had like best 50-50.
Yeah.
So it's either get hit with the shoulder bash or get guard broke. So, but that took off, and then ever since then, it was like then I was kind of welcomed into the Warden Club on YouTube, and everyone knew me as a Warden, and or especially and after my Warden guide. But nothing like too major of my videos really took off. Like I said, like my Warden guide is my highest one. But
You ever think about making a updated Warden guide? Something new?
yeah, yeah. So that was my part one. That was posted 2 years ago, which that one sucks. Don't watch it. So, but I did make a part two to that one, and it's a lot better. But it's just that one's trying to gain the attention. I was tempted to turn off or like unlist my first Warden guide, so the other one could take place. But I'm just like, whatever. I have it pinned in there saying, hey, watch part two. Don't watch part one.
I mean, it's
So.
driving you views, subscribers, and stuff. So driving traffic.
Mm-hmm.
But
Exactly.
one thing you could do is you could make a how-to series with Warden on Warden
Mm-hmm.
versus Conqueror, how to win the matchup. Warden versus
Yes.
PK, how to win the matchup. You can do it with the entire roster. So that's what 26, 28 videos right there.
Yeah.
I mean, just
Yeah. No, that's a good idea. That's actually what I did want to do. I just haven't had the time. But I would love to do it.
so
Maybe we can team up.
what do you do outside of YouTube for fun? You doing anything besides work and family?
Yes. Yeah. I go hunting. We go for off walks. And like we live in Alaska, so it's very limited on what we can do when we can do it. Um, Winters here last about 7 months, and it can get down to -50, and the snow doesn't go away. When the snow's here, it stays for the 7 months, and then so it's like 4 feet deep, 5 feet deep sometimes. But during the summer times, it's absolutely beautiful. The sun's out right now, clear blue skies, everything's turning green, and it's the best summer. So we'll go fishing, camping. Um, Fishing is the best up here during midsummer because like the rivers are just filled with fish. Like you can go into the river and just pick the fish up with your bare hands. That's how many fish there are.
That's pretty cool.
And yeah, it's awesome. And then like you'll be fishing there, and then there's a bear that comes out of the woods and is like 50 feet away from you, and he's just mowing down on the fish too. And he's like he won't bother you because he's got his food right there. So as long as you don't bother the bear. But we go hunting. We go caribou hunting, moose hunting, canoeing. We go flying. We've had a few friends who have airplanes, so we go out in the airplanes. We'll go out to cabins that are in the middle of nowhere that are only accessible by air. So yeah, but it's everything outdoors really. So
That's pretty cool.
and yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a good life. Besides the winters, and that's all about gaming in the winters.
Yeah. That's your YouTube in time.
Yes, exactly. Now that it's summer, I'm like, the lawn has to be mowed. We have to split wood. We have to do yard work, and yeah, no, that's where the hard work comes in. Now my game time is really going to be diminished.
Now, so you've got, you know, work for 50 hours. You got your family,
Yep.
and then you got all your chores that you got to do, and then you got to work in
Yep.
some YouTube and whatever else you can into there.
Exactly. So usually I'll wake up at like an hour before I have to go to work, and that's what I've been doing, especially for like on Thursdays, like when the new content comes out. I'll hurry up, just get up and see what's out there and make a quick video and launch it right before work. And sometimes I've been late to work a few times. So it's like, hey, I'm running a little late. Like trying to edit out the video.
I feel that. I've
Oh
only done
yeah.
that once ever, and that was with a
Hmm.
splice video. I
Oh
told my
really?
work, I was like, I'm gonna be an hour late, and they're like, okay, because I was working on editing so I could post it so I could go. I was like, I'm posting
Yeah.
this, and it turned out to be one of my worst videos ever. Likewise.
Yep. I know. I hate that. It's like when you spend so much time on a video and it's like doesn't even get 1,000 views. You're like, oh, that's nice.
It's the videos you put so much work in, and you're like, this is going to do great. And I get nothing. It's the videos like,
Yep.
this is a filler. I'm just going to put it out there. 50,000 views. You're like, what the
Yeah.
heck?
Yes. Yes.
And that's so
Definitely.
true. It's so true. It happens all the
Yep.
time.
Yep. I know. That's why I was important. I was talking to my wife about it. It's like it's really important because like I would have some videos and like she said, she's like, oh, whatever, just throw it on there. I'm like, no. Every video has to. I have to act like it's my first video, like it's my best video, like 100%. Everything like full bore, like everything has to be complete quality, no crap. And it's like I've scrapped some actually really good videos of like, oh man, this would have been a great video, but like, nah,
I feel
scrapped
like
it just because.
quality, though, wins the algorithm rather than. Or, no, I'd say quantity wins the algorithm rather than
Quantity, you
quality.
think so?
I would say the more you post would, I mean, they can't obviously be garbage. I mean, if you post, a
Right.
screen recorded thing with your phone, and you post it, and it's 20-second little video of upright like this rather than the landscape mode. I mean,
Yeah.
you're not
Oh,
gonna
you're
get
talking
anything like
about like
that.
the new YouTube Shorts.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. No, those are. I've seen some people that they just started posting for honor content, and they're just doing nothing but shorts, and they're getting like 30, 40,000 views on their videos in one day on these little shorts. And but their YouTube or their subscriber count's not really growing that much. But I mean, they've reached over 1,000 subscribers in just a couple
so you're getting
months.
paid for it.
Yeah, soon. Yeah, and so you're like, what the heck? I mean, the for the view count and the sub count definitely doesn't match up. But still, I mean, once you're over 1,000 views, subs don't matter.
Yeah,
All right, 1,000 subscribers. Once you're over 1,000 subscribers, subs don't matter. I mean, it's because it's all about the views.
I think someone said your audience, and if you take 10% of your audience and then put that into a number, that's how many views you have to get on a video to see if you're a successful channel or not. So if you got,
Yeah,
like 30 some thousand subscribers, and you take 10% of that, you take that number and you need to average that for all your views.
gotcha. That makes sense. Because I noticed that if my video doesn't hit 1,000 views in a day, the video just dies. It just that's it stands still. And then, but if it reaches over 1,000 views in the day, it'll start trickling on. It'll keep alive.
Do you think clickbaiting works in For Honor or no?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Are you serious? Yeah, I think it is. I just don't do it because I think it's scummy. Like, and I don't want the dislikes. So,
It's like
and
everyone posts a thumbnail of some girl on the thumbnail, and you're like, oh, I gotta find out where she's at in this thing, and she's never there. You get the little.
yeah, I mean, I'll even bring up freaking Solid Soul's thumbnails.
Oh
I
my
don't know if
god.
you've seen his. No, I'm like,
Okay, so
sorry,
I'm
dude,
gonna comment
I
on
can't do
this.
that.
That dude goes and takes screenshots of porn, then goes and he
Yeah,
has to like go and outline the dick, outline everything, and put it on there. I'm like, dude, you're literally just caressing that crap on your computer screen.
I know because I've been there cropping stuff, and I'm literally like this far from the screen, like like cropping stuff out, and then yeah, no, I can't stoop down to that level. I can't do that, especially a wife and two kids. That blown up on my screen. Freaking, hey babe, let me just crop this out real quick. Like that would not. But I mean, shoot, man. I know just his thumbnails alone,
Yep, they get.
he's bringing in those views because it's just no way. I mean, For Honor is not that good of a game to get 30,000 views in one day.
Yep. I
So
guarantee you, it's all younger people too clicking on it.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. I don't doubt that for a second.
Who would you say is probably the most viewed For Honor content creator on YouTube right now?
Um, it's a tough one because I don't know them all. But, hmm, I'd have to say, John the Liner's even getting up there. And I don't know, maybe it might be John because like, for just how consistent he is,
Yeah, he posts
for how
very
consistent.
consistent.
Yeah, yeah, very consistent. He's very entertaining. Always comes out with new stuff. Like it's he's got the standard duels, brawls, but I mean sometimes he's got like an exploit he's showing or some crazy stuff that's happening. Um, I think it'd be him, but I also want to say like Havoc. Um, Everyone just looks up to Havoc because he's one of the For Honor veterans. He's been For Honor YouTuber since day one. Um, he just doesn't post as often. But I don't see anybody else with as many views as he does
What's
for
that?
just his gameplay.
There's one YouTuber who's got like a couple million views. He's done stuff with Havoc. I can't remember what his name is.
Oh, Zanny?
What was that?
Zanny?
Probably. He's got like a Star
There's
Wars.
Zanny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, that's Zanny.
I'm about to say
Yeah.
he
But
posts some For Honor videos, and he always gets a lot of views.
yeah, I know. But he does post other games though.
Yeah.
So for someone who just really posts For Honor, that's what I was kind of comparing. Is people who just post strictly For Honor stuff. I would have to say it's John or Havoc.
I would say
That
John
would be.
DeLine is probably the top right now, based off
Yeah.
how consistent and the amount of
Mhm.
views he gets on a consistent basis. You have
Yes.
Havoc, which posts a couple of videos here and there on For Honor. I mean it's just For Honor, but I mean it's not the quantity that John DeLiner's got.
Yeah.
And he's got like 30,000 views, 30,000 views, and it's just constantly adding up. So if you look at the scale of who's had the most views at the end of the month, John DeLiner's going to beat Havoc.
Right.
On the
Exactly.
views.
Exactly. So no, that makes sense. But yeah, like Zanny, he'll post Battlefield or Star Wars Battlefront content and get 100,000 views in a week. You're just like, that game's dead. You know?
I feel like but it doesn't matter what game he plays because the audience is there for him rather than the content.
Exactly. That's exactly it.
I feel like when you're smaller, having a face cam helps you grow because it's no longer content; it's more you.
Yeah, it's a
Kind of drive
personal
it towards you.
experience.
So
Yep.
that's why I
Exactly.
got the camera. It's
Yep.
just for YouTube.
I know, and I try using the camera too, but then you get what
Oh,
you
that
saw
just
happen earlier.
that adds to it. That adds character.
I know it does. It does. It's fun. But sometimes you're just like, I don't want to show my face after 9 hours of work, and I'm just like, just
Trying to have the energy just sitting there.
yeah. Because I was talking to one. He's a small YouTuber. I mean, he's really been working hard. I've seen him, but he's only got like 300 subscribers, but he's been really working hard, and his videos are just never gaining traction. I kind of feel bad, but it just sucks. But I told him, I'm like, YouTube. I mean, you're a performer. Like, if you're having a bad day, just take the day off. Then, like, don't because that's just wasted content. Like, you're gonna come across to your audience as negative or a whiny little brat. It's like if you're just not happy, just don't play the game. Or you can play the game, just don't record and make a video off of it. But it's like people want to see energetic, happy, fun, and just obnoxious stuff. So they don't want to see someone. This game sucks, dude. That's For Honor, dude. This game sucks. Like no one want to sit there and hear you say that and complain about you missing your every parry. So.
I have one
It's
friend
like
like
you
that. Legit, every
Really?
2 seconds, he's like, "This game sucks. This game's trash. I don't even know why I have this game installed." And it's like, dude, you say that about every game you play. Just have fun for once.
Yep, exactly. So it's like it's like people are so dang judgmental too. Freaking like I'll read this comment. This is awesome. This comment was just like right before we started this podcast, but it was I just posted my last one. It was like my last video. It was like Rep 98 Warden versus Nabushi, and it was like this ridiculous combo, like flawless combo I got on her, and immediately the guy was like, "Oh my gosh, dude, get a life, go outside." And I'm like, "Dude, I am like, oh my gosh, it's just one combo." But one guy posted, he's like, "He's kind of right though. You probably get no pussy." I'm like, bro, I'm married. I only play the game twice a week.
I want you to do something. I want you to go to my Getting Rep 70 Warmonger video.
Oh, I know, I saw that.
Look at the comments on that video, sir.
Yes, I saw that. I
That
saw
is
that one.
those comments are all the comments. All of them.
Oh my gosh, that is crazy. It's like just being a YouTuber. It's like, okay, like I feel like you need some talent or like some skill to be a YouTuber, for gameplay wise, because it needs to be good gameplay. But it's like everyone thinks that, oh my gosh, you're a YouTuber, you're unbeatable, or it's like if I beat you, oh, you're bad, you're not good. It's like, dude, oh my gosh, I'm having a bad day. I'm having a bad day.
Yep.
And then it's like, oh, well, why don't you post your losses? It's like, you flawless me, dude, 0-3. Why would I post that? Like,
I feel that.
no one wants. I mean, good job, great fight. Go post it on your channel. That'd be awesome. But me making bad reads and performing badly, no one wants to see that.
Yeah, because I mean, it doesn't help you out for your channel in the future because they're like, let's say someone comes to your channel for the first time and it's just you sucking for 3 straight matches. They're like, this dude sucks. On the next video, click.
Exactly. So that's what I was meaning. Like, every video kind of has to be like your first video, at least make a great impression.
Yeah. Now, one content creator that a lot of other YouTubers who I've talked to about it too, they think is a little sketch is Nova King for his.
Oh, Nova King.
Dude, everyone thinks it's fake. Like, everyone thinks that he fakes
Yeah.
his content for the deflex. Like me and you are in a match. I'm gonna say, all right, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm going to dash forward. You're going to throw a top heavy, and once I deflect that, you're going to throw a side heavy, and I'm gonna deflect that too. So I feel like everyone thinks he's scripted.
Yeah.
Do you think he's scripted?
No, I don't think he's scripted. I mean, I don't see it. I mean, he just plays a lot. The man just plays a lot. I mean, he produces a game or a video every day for the last 4 or 5 years.
Yep.
So he just really knows the game. Like, I mean, because what was it? It was like Duels episode 912 or something like that. I'm like, holy smokes! I think I maybe have like 40 or 50 Duel episodes because I put them all in a category or in a playlist, you know, and so it's like maybe 40 or 50 videos. But holy smokes, the man! And just under Duels, he has almost 1,000 videos or whatever. And so and then Brawls, you know, he's got like 800 something episodes in Brawls, and it's like holy smokes. But no, he's a talented player. I don't think he's scripted at all.
Another reason why a whole bunch of people say that is because he doesn't face other content creators. I think Havoc is the only one he's ever faced. That's another YouTuber.
Yeah. No, I think you're right, actually. I think he's the only YouTuber that he ever faced.
So I think people are speculating that he's scripted based off that because if he faced other content creators, then he couldn't post him doing certain things. But
Well, shoot, man. It is 3 o'clock. I'm going to have to get ready to go here soon.
yeah, it's 7 o'clock here. But yeah, I appreciate you coming on here. First ever
no
For
problem.
Glory podcast.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it. This will be fun. You're going to have to like do special guests and have like 3 people or something too.
Yeah, we'll have like a little group of it. I'll try to get a developer in here and then ask them all the hard questions that nobody else can ask them right to their face. And be like, you're going to answer this.
No comment.
They're like, we're currently working on it. And I went, no, I don't want to currently work on it.
Yeah,
I'm going to say this right at the beginning. Like right at the beginning of the podcast, I'm like, listen here, you're not going to use the excuse of we're working on it for everything.
Yeah, or we'll look into it.
Don't use that either. I want an answer.
Yep, that's awesome, man.
But yeah, appreciate you, man.
Yep, no problem, dude. Well, you have a good one. Take it easy.
You as well. All right, catch you later. Peace.
See ya.